Now onto the skill type units. Top 10 skill type units. The first one on my list is Nagato, the Blazing Bash Nagato. He is very good in PvP because he nullifies immobilization and jutsu sealing, and he can't be touched after using his ninjutsu, and he restores his chakra back, so he has an unlimited ninjutsu. So for his first ability, nullifies jutsu sealing. Second ability, he can't get knocked back. 20% chance of restoring one chakra gauge when receiving directed attack, so when he gets hit, nullifies immobilization. And boost speed by 1.5 times when your health drops 50% or less. So it'll be going fast once your health drops 50% or less. 6 skills reduce hard damage taken by 30%, boost attack by 250. Oops. Oh, by 500. Field skill reduces enemy speed by 25 to 50, which is really good. And buddy skill reduces the chance of receiving speed reduction by 50%. Its ninjutsu 5 times attack toward all enemies in range and knocks them back. 75% chance of speed reduction for 4 seconds and reduces their chakra gauge by 2. And he can't get touched by ninjutsu or Shiga technique, and he restores his chakra back. That's amazing. Is red ring 16 times attack toward all enemies in range, 80% chance of speed reduction for 8 seconds and or switch sealing for 5 turns, and he can't get touched by ninjutsu or Shiga technique for 6 turns. The next unit on my list is skill Madara, double Rinnegan Madara. He has a high chance of dodging, does a lot of healing, and as his ultimate he hits like the whole map, so he's really good. And he just recently got a limit break, so 40% chance of dodging, has a 10% chance of restoring 1 chakra when he restores 1 bar of chakra and moving to a new map. This is the only ability that's like not really good, but still overall he's a really good unit. Heals 750 every turn and 30% chance for a reset on his red ring. Field skill reduces damage by 25 to 30%. That's really good. Buddy boosted skills attack by 500. His ninjutsu removes perfect dodge and barrier for 1 enemy in range, ignores substitution, and neutralizes element affinity based damage reduction with 4.5 times attack total. Its red ring removes barrier, perfect dodge, and ignores substitution with 16.5 times attack to bravery elemental enemies and 11 times to the rest. And it's AoE, so really good. The next unit on my list is Sasuke. His first ability nullifies chakra reduction field effect. He reduces chakra consumed by 1, so it goes from 510 to 48 chakra. Increases damage dealt to body elementals by 30% and has a 40% chance to dodge. Nullifies element affinity based damage reduction, and he just got this ability like a couple months ago, or like right before New Year's, like a week before New Year's. And it's resistance against jutsu sealing and immobilization, and with all of these it makes him go to 30 cost, which is good. For his field skill, he does a 15 to 20% chance of dodging an attack, and buddy skill reduces body elemental damage by 30%. So good field skill and buddy skill. Ninjutsu ignores damage reduction effects for all enemies in range with 5.5 times attack toward them, for a 50% chance of health recovery, saving for 3 turns and or immobilization for 2 turns each. Red ring, 24 times attack to 1 body elemental enemy on screen, 21 times attack to all other elemental enemies, 75% chance of health recovery ceiling for 5 turns and or attack weakenings for 8 turns each. So he's a very good nuker to the body type. The next unit on my list is Deidara. He has abilities that will help him get chakra back, and he has AoE secret technique which will do a whole bunch of damage to body types and any other typing, so he's very good. First ability, he can have a red ring when the mission starts. He has a 30% chance to reset on secret technique, red ring, and 45% chance to receive a chakra when receiving direct attacks. That's a lot. His field skill reduces body and wisdom elemental damage by 20 to 30%, and buddy skill boosts attack by 250 and restore 300 health. So very good. Ninjutsu removes perfect dodge for one enemy in range with 6.8 times attack toward them, plus nullifies damage you receive from normal attack, combination attack, follow-up attacks, and counters. So he can't get hit just by normal attacks, but he can get hit with ninjutsu and red ring secret technique. His secret technique 17.3 times attack toward all enemies in range, knocks them back, and the enemy receives increased damage from their non-effective element affinities by 30% for 6 turns. The next unit on my list is Tsunade. This Tsunade is amazing. It has 40% reduced damage, nullifies immobilization, 20% chance of restoring 1 chakra gauge when receiving direct attacks, 35% a reset on his secret technique, and 35% for ninjutsu to reset. And his last ability boosts attack by 25% every time you defeat the enemy max 100%. So it can self boost 100%, and on top of that you could even boost it more if you want with OT Naruto or the red Phantom Castle Naruto. So very good. Field skill reduces the chance of receiving health recovery to damage conversion and immobilization by 30 to 35% each. And for a buddy skill, it reduces the chance of receiving health recovery to damage conversion by 35%. For ninjutsu, ignore substitution for all enemies in range, neutralizing element affinity based damage reduction effect with 5.4 times attack toward them and knocks them back. For secret technique, it removes perfect dodge and barrier for all enemies in range and ignores substitution, neutralizing element affinity based damage reduction with 16 times attack toward them. So a nuker and a tank. Next on my list is the old Obito. This Obito is really good for nuking if you don't have the Sasuke or Tsunade. It nukes pretty good. So first ability increases ninjutsu and secret technique damage multiplier by 2. Lowers rate of receiving counters by 30%. Extend active ninjutsu effects by 1 turn. And a 20% chance to get a reset for your secret technique. For his field skill, it boosts critical rate by 1.5 to 2 times. And buddy skill boosts critical rate by 2.5 times. Oops. For ninjutsu, 6 times to attack toward all enemies in range and knocks them back, and has a 60% chance of immobilization for 2 turns. For the red ring, 28 times attack and neutralizes element affinity based damage reduction for 1 enemy in range. So pretty good for nuking. The next unit on my list is Samurai Naruto. Samurai Naruto is really good for damage, just like Obito, except it's AoE, and it's pretty good for PvP, as it takes away chakra, 2 chakra gauges, or 2 chakra bars for ninjutsu. His first ability increases ninja damage multiplied by 1. Let me see, I think he has 2. Yeah, so by 2. And then secret technique multiplier by 2 as well. Increase. And then boost critical rate by 4 times. His field skill boosts attack by 150 to 250 and reduces heart elemental damage by 25 to 30%. His buddy skill boosts attack by 250 and reduces body elemental damage by 25%. For his ninjutsu, he ignores damage reduction effects for all enemies in range with 2.5 times attack toward them and knocking them back. For his secret technique, it gives you an attack boost of 50% for 6 turns, increasing your chance to dodge by 30% for 6 turns, and 9 times attack toward all enemies in range. Next unit is Shisui. His first ability nullifies chakra reduction field effect, extend active ninjutsu effect by 2 turns, adds 2 chakra gauges when a mission battle begins, 45% chance of dodging, and boosts attack by 2 times during combinations. So this Shisui is just, he's really good for damage, for nuking, and he can self-boost himself too, so which is really good. And he just recently got a limit break, so his strength is like amazing, 3,400. That's incredible. Field skill reduces the chance of receiving chakra recovery ceiling by 30 to 35%. His buddy skill reduces the chance of receiving recovery ceiling by 35%. And his ninjutsu restores own chakra gauge by 2, gives you an attack boost of 50% for 6 turns, increasing your chance to dodge by 20% for 2 turns, and 3.6 times attack toward one enemy in range. So with this ability right here, extends the attack boost for 2 more turns, so 8 turns, and his chance of dodging from 2 to 4 turns. The old secret technique, 18 times attack toward one enemy in range. The enemy receives increased damage from their non-effective elemental affinities for 20% by 20% for 8 turns. Next unit on my list is Naruto, the OT Naruto. He's very good for boosting your units on Ninja Road or any other missions that you have trouble with because you need more damage, you need a nuker. He can help boost your units, so very good. It's a very good unit. So yeah, he's really good for that. And he also gives you 1 chakra too every time you boost. He gives the chakra to the units he's boosting. So his first ability reduces body damage by 30%, heals every turn 200, and ignores barrier and does damage. His field skill boosts attack by 100 to 200, and buddy skill 15% chance of dodging an attack. His ninjutsu gives an attack boost of 25% for 7 turns to all allies in range, excluding self, and restores chakra gauge for those allies by 1. And his secret technique, 14 times attack to 1 body elemental enemy in range and knocks them back, and 13 times to the rest the other typings. The next unit is this Naruto right here. His first ability is reduce damage taken by 25%, yeah, 25%. Increase secret technique damage multiplied by 1. Nullify element affinity based damage and ignore barrier and does damage. So pretty good. 30 to 60% chance of attacking back when receiving an attack. So kind of a high chance to counter when he gets hit. And his buddy skill restores 250 health. For his ninjutsu is a 5.5 times attack toward one enemy in range and knocks them back. And then he can't get hit by ninjutsu or secret technique for 2 turns. For his secret technique, 12.8 times attack toward one enemy in range and knocks them back, and restores own chakra gauge by 1. Honorable mentions for the skill type is Kisame. He's pretty good on PvP, although he is 510 chakra. He can take away chakra as his ninjutsu at I believe 2, so, and he restores his own chakra back, or 3 bars for his ninjutsu.